Now what? Eddie, what you doing? Running away. Oh my goodness. My folks are never coming for me. I gotta go find them. Annie, you're crazy. Miss Hannigan won't catch you. They give you the saddle. I don't care. I'm getting out of here. Okay, I'm ready. Roll us out. Wish me luck. Good luck, Annie. Bye. So long, you dumbbell. Good luck.
I always hear it. Get up, I said. Now turn around. Turn around. Now what do you say? What do you say?
I love you, Miss Hannigan.
Rotten orphan.
I'm not an orphan. My mother and father left a note saying they love me. And see, they're coming back for me.
That was 1922. This is 1933. All right. Get up in here. Come on. Get up. Now, thanks to this one, Hannigan, you're going to scrub this floor, and you're going to strip them beds for the laundryman.
Like in the morning.
I know. You're going to get down on your naughty little knees, and you're going to clean this stone till it shines like the top of the Chrysler building. Now get to work.
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Why any kid would want to be an orphan, I'll never know.
Not life for us. It's hard. Not life for us. Sentences we get tricked. Sentences we get kicked. It's hard. Not life. Gotta push to speak. Love so. It's hard. Not grow. We up. Unblinking. Doubtful. Empty bellies. Doubtful. It's hard. Not life. It feel like the wind is always howling. Don't it seem like it's never ending by? When the day comes to mind for the talent, it's easier to put down the prize. No one's there when you're kissing and you're creepy. No one cares if it's more if you shrink. No one tries when you're ugly, wet and weepy. From behind you it seems to me. It's belly life. Red belly life. Full of starlight. No starlight. There's one we never see. Santa Claus, what's that? Who's he? No one cares for you. Unstaged when you're in an orphanage. It's hard not life. You'll stay up until the stuff shines like the top of the Chrysler building. Get your wishes rubber dance. Never with the sticky pin. Never with the sticky pin. I love you,
Good morning, children.
Good morning, Miss Hannigan.
Well,
I love you, Miss Hannigan. I love you, Miss Hannigan. I hate you, Miss Hannigan. I love 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 you, Miss Hannigan.
what are you doing in there?
Nothing.
Get her out of here right this minute. Hurry up, get her out. And you, miss, your days are numbered. You hear me? Breakfast. No, you're not getting hot mush this morning.
Hey!
You're getting cold mush.
Oh, yeah.
And when you get through with your mush, you're gonna hit them sewing machines. There's a big order of dresses due today, and you're gonna finish if you have to work straight through till midnight. Have you got that?
Yes,
inspection. Inspection? Yeah. Turn around, you snip. Look at you, never get your ears. Okay, you too. That's it. What's behind your back? Laundry man! Laundry man! Hi, kids! Clean jeans once a month, whether you need them or not. Hey, Aggie! How's it bring us girls south of 14th Street? Oh, Bun, you're still full of that old malarkey. Oh, Aggie! How come I can never get the first base with you? Because I'm saving it for my wedding night. Now get out of here with the damn laundry. All right. Well, bye, gorgeous. Bye, dear. You call this dump clean? This is a pigsty. Annie? Annie? Where is that Annie?
Annie ain't here!
What do you mean Annie ain't here?
She went with Mr. Bundles in the laundry basket.
In the where?
Laundry basket!
Bundles! Police! Help!
Hooray! No more hard knock life for Annie! Lucky kid, she's out. They're free. Running free. Young boys. Betty finds her books like that. Mama's at right on the mat. Lucky duck, she Excuse me, folks, but did anybody here leave a red-headed kid at an orphanage 11 years ago?
Now, what?
Mesdames et messieurs, Susan!
Hey, kid, you hungry?
Nah,
Huh? All right.
but my dog is.
Well, come on, honey, bring your dog to
I'll get her a cup. Here, use mine. Hey, thanks. Right this way.
You can call me Sophie.
I'm Annie, and this is Sandy.
Pleased to meet you. Eat your fill, honey.
Oh, yeah!
This is fun, don't it?
Hey, kids, what are you doing out here all alone at night? Well, you see, I'm looking for my mom and dad. They're lost. How long you been looking for them? 11 years. That's lost.
Don't worry, honey, you're gonna find them.
You bet I'll find them.
Hey, there's something I ain't heard since 1928.
What's that?
Optimism.
Sun's gonna come out tomorrow. Fit your bottom colors that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. Till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I'll just pick up my chin and grin and say, tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come with me. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're always a day.
Huh? Well, what do we got to be optimistic about? Look at us. Life's a nightmare.
Well, you gotta have a dream
Traffic rattling overhead all night long.
to wake you up from your nightmares.
Empty pockets,
Well, at least you got pockets.
freezing fingers,
Lucky you got them empty pockets.
newspapers, a blanket.
You can read in bed.
You should have been a politician. You really got away with what?
We should have had you on the ballot.
Yeah. Oh, the guys before the fight.
Evening.
All right, move along. All you folks out of here.
Hey, down, close.
We're tearing down this junk pile now.
Okay, come on, get in here. That's the last fresh air you get for the month. What do you got there?
Nothing, Miss Hannigan.
What do you got there?
I said no.
Get out of here! Get out of my sight! Every last one of you! Hurry up! Come on, get out! What?
Hannigan.
What?
You know your shiny satin souvenir pillow from Coney Island?
Yeah.
Well, Molly just threw up all over it.
Just Oh, yeah. Just a little bit. Easy. Get me through. How I hate little shoes, little socks, in each little bird. I'd have cracked years ago if it weren't for my sense of humor. Someday I'll step on that McReynolds. Someday I'll straighten it, girl. Send the blood, send the food, anything that you can do to
And now CBS Radio brings you Ma Perkins. Ma's daughter Faye is going to marry Carl Michaels. On Friday, Carl went back to Chicago.
Oh, Carl, don't go back to Chicago.
But no sooner had Carl left town than Dr. Andrews called Faye and said, Faye, I don't want you to marry Carl. I want you to come and talk to me right now. This isn't going to work, and
Sorry, Mom. Yeah?
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan, is it?
Yes, it is.
I'm Lieutenant Ward of the 17th Precinct.
Oh, how are you?
We found your runaway.
Really?
You.
Where was she?
She was over in one of the Hoovervilles to the river with a bunch of bums.
Hey, they weren't bums!
Had a mangy mutt with her, but he got away.
Poor little pumpkin. Ooh, out there in that cold. Oh, there in this thin little jacket here could have caught influenza. Thank you, officer.
All in the line of duty. And you, don't ever let me hear again that you run away from this nice lady.
Thank you, officer.
Good afternoon.
And you, I'm gonna have your head. And the next time you walk out this door, it'll be 1952, if you got it? Now, you happy to be back?
Look at that, Mom.
Gloria?
Yes, Miss Hannigan.
Liar! What's the one thing I always taught you? Never tell a lie. Now, what's the one thing I always taught you?
Never tell a lie, Miss Hannigan.
Right. Now, for what you've done, I could have gotten in a lot of trouble. Have the Board of Orphans poking their noses around here, and I'm not going to let you forget about it, Mitch. You can believe me.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Yes!
I'm Grace Farrell, the New York Board of Orphans. Suggested that I come down
I'm
and...
so sorry. It wasn't my fault. It was Annie here. She got in the back of Bundle's laundry truck, and
Miss Hannigan.
I know I should have called Donatelli over at the Board of Orphans instead of the cops, but
Miss
I didn't know
Hannigan.
what.
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Oh, hold it, sister. I got it. If it's beauty products you're peddling, I don't need any. So scrambling.
Miss Hannigan, I am not peddling anything. I am the private secretary to Oliver Warbucks.
Oliver Warbucks? The Oliver Warbucks?
The Oliver Warbucks.
Well, from what I read in Witchlet's column, the Oliver Warbucks has got more do-re-mi than Tommy Manville.
I wouldn't know. I don't read Mr. Manville.
No.
Miss Hannigan, Mr. Warbucks has decided to provide an orphan to spend the Christmas holidays at his home, and I'm here to select one for him.
I see. Are you sure you would rather have a lady? I got a couple of weeks coming. Oh, all right. What kind of an orphan does he want?
Well, she should be friendly and intelligent.
Capital M-I, double S-I, double S-I, double T-I, Mississippi.
And cheerful.
Now, what age?
Well, age doesn't really matter. Say 8 or 9? No, 10. 11 is that it now? Yes. And I almost forgot. Mr. Warbucks prefers red-headed children.
Red-headed children. Okay, let's see what we have. Red-headed children, 11, no. We don't have anything like that here.
What about this child right here?
Oh, Annie? Oh, you don't want Annie.
Why not?
No, because she's a drunk. And a liar. She's a drunk and a liar.
Yes, I'm sure she's a drunk and a liar. Annie, come here. Annie, how would you like to spend the Christmas holidays at Mr. Warbucks' home?
I would love to. I would really love to.
Oh, you can have any kid in this orphanage, but you can't have Annie.
Why?
Well, because I told you. Look, she's a drunk.
Miss Hannigan, I assume this has something to do with all that business about the laundry bag and the police? Perhaps I should call Mr. Donatelli at the board of
Oh, no,
Orphanage
I don't think that'll be necessary. I'll just
sign it.
Yeah, well, that's right. I'm an easy gal to get along with. So I'll just put my John Hancock right on it there. And if it's Annie you want, it's Annie you'll get.
It's Annie I want.
Okay, there you go.
So the Christmas beginning of coats will be on our way.
Coats? Yes, I know coats.
Well, then we'll buy her one.
Oh, boy!
We'll go to Best and get you a new warm winter coat. Come along, Mr. Warbucks' limousine is waiting.
Oh, boy! I can hardly believe it.
She can hardly believe it.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan at Season's Greeting.
Whatever.
Hi, kids! I'm getting out for Christmas. All right to ya?
Move along, move along.
No, wait, no, wait.
More than you can take. You know, not an easy job. I'm gonna let you
arrived at 3:30, so we're expecting him any moment.
Do you really live here? Or is this a train station?
We really live here. Mrs. Greer. Yes, miss. Has the carpet been laid down in the dining room? Oh, it has a stymied too. Yes.
Everything is in order, miss. Mrs. Pugh has prepared his favorite dinner.
It'll be so good to see Mr. Warbucks again.
Yes, 6 weeks is a long time.
Yes, miss.
Now, would all of you come here for a moment, please?
Quickly, everyone, quickly.
Everyone, this is Annie. She'll be with us for the next 2 weeks for Christmas.
Yes?
Annie, this is everyone.
Hi, everyone!
May I take your coat, miss?
Will I get it back?
Of course, dear.
Gee, I really love what you told Miss Farrell.
I'm glad, Annie. Now, what would you like to do first?
The floor. I'll scrub them. Then I'll get to
Oh,
the
no,
window.
Annie. You won't have to do any cleaning while you're here.
I won't?
Of course not. You're our guest, Annie. And for the next 2 weeks, you're going to have a swell time. Now, let's see. What should we do first? I know.
Green is the best color. No blue, I think.
home, Mr. Warbucks.
It's good to be home.
And how was your flight from Chicago?
Not bad. Took 11 hours. We only had to land 4 times. But first things first, has that engine arrived from Paris?
Yes, sir. They're just about to hang it now, sir.
Ah, good. No, I don't think so. Grace.
Yes, sir.
Messages.
Yes, sir. President Roosevelt. He'd like you to call him at the White House.
I'll get back to him tomorrow. Anyone else?
John D. Rockefeller, Mahatma Gandhi, and Harpo Marx.
Nothing urgent. What did Harper want?
He didn't say.
Wait a minute. I think I could learn to live with that thing. Mrs. Greer.
Yes, sir.
Have it hung in the bathroom.
Yes, sir.
Great. I'll want my smoking jacket and brown velvet pants.
Mr. Warbucks, I'd like
Oh,
to
and
meet...
Mrs. Hugh.
Yes, sir.
I won't be having dinner tonight. I've got far too much paperwork to do.
Yes, sir.
And Grace, I'll need you for dictation.
Yes, sir.
Nice to see you all again now. Great.
Yes, sir.
Dismiss the staff.
Sir.
Now, Grace, if you'll get your notebook, we can... Who is that?
This is Annie, Mr. Warbucks. The orphan who'll be with us for the Christmas holidays.
The orphan? That's not a boy. Orphans are boys.
I'm sorry, sir. You two said orphan, so I chose a girl.
Well, she'll have to do. Annie, huh? Annie what?
Sir?
What's your last name, child?
Mr. Warbucks? Sir, I haven't gotten your last name that I know of.
So you're just Annie, huh?
Just Annie, sir. I'm sorry that I'm not a boy.
I don't suppose you'd like to meet Lou Gehrig?
Oh, boy, sure! Who's Lou Gehrig?
I couldn't be more happy than to be spending Christmas with us. Grace, we'll start on those iron ore shipments from Toledo to... Grace, what are we supposed to do with this child?
It's her first night here, sir.
Your first night here, huh? Well, I suppose we ought to do something special. Would you have a seat? Would you like to go see a movie?
Oh, boy, sure! I'd love to. I mean, I've heard a lot about them, but I've never been to one.
Never?
No, sir.
We'll have to do something about that right away. And nothing but the best for you, Annie. You'll go to the Roxy. And then have some ice cream soda at Rumpelmeyer's. And then, perhaps, a cab ride around Central Park.
Golly!
Grace, forget about dictation tonight. We'll do it first thing in the morning. Instead, you take Annie to the movies.
Yes, sir.
Oh, gee.
What's the matter, Annie?
Nothing, sir. It's just that, oh, gee.
No? What is it, child? You don't want to go to the Roxy?
No, I want to go. It's just that I thought you were going to take me.
Oh, me? Oh, no. I'm afraid I'll be far too busy to go to the movies. Well, I've just been away 6 weeks, taking an inspection tour of my factories. Or what's left of my factories with this damn depression. And when a man is running a multi-billion-dollar corporation...
That's okay, Mr. Warbucks. I understand.
Excuse me, sir. Barney Baruch calling.
Good. Hello, Barney. Yes. Got in about an hour ago. No, Detroit, then Chicago. Look, Barney, I don't like what I saw out there. Factory shut down. My factory shut down. Well, you darn tootin'. If I'm not making money, nobody's making money. Well, you've got to get your pal Roosevelt to do something and do it damn fast. Well, I don't know. He's got to come up with a new plan, a new approach, a new something. Well, I know he's a Democrat, but he's a human being too. All right, we'll talk about it. Why don't you come over tonight and I can show you the... Barney, better make it tomorrow. Tonight, I've got a date to go to the movies with a 10-year-old girl.
11!
I'm mistaken, Barney. She's 11. Goodbye. Great?
Yes, sir.
Coach?
Yes, sir.
You'll come too, of course, Grace.
Will you be wanting the Bentley, sir, or the Duesenberg?
The Duesenberg. No, wait a minute. This child's been cooped up in an orphanage. I think we'll walk.
Walk to the Roxy?
Sure. It's only 45 blocks. can't wait. The air of New York City. There's no air like it anywhere in the world. You don't realize how much you miss it until you've been away for a while. Like the man says, after New York, every place else is just Cocoa. What is it about you? You're big, you're loud, you're tough. And I see I do years without you. Then I can't get enough of cab drivers answering back in language of the school. Enough of rank workers answering back.
of Helen Trent, who sets out to prove to herself what so many women long to prove, that because a woman is 35 or more, romance in life need not be over, that romance can live at 35 and after.
Merciful God, I hope so.
Good afternoon, Miss Hannigan.
Oh, Farrell! You're early. Only a week. What happened? Warbucks get tired of Annie so soon?
Oh, no, on the contrary. Mr. Warbucks is delighted with Annie, and Annie is having the time of her life.
How nice.
Yes, they're practically inseparable. They go everywhere together. To the Roxy, to the Stock Exchange. That's where they had lunch yesterday.
At the Waldorf.
The Automat.
The Automat.
Yes, and Annie just loves her new coat. She never takes it off.
Never?
Never. Miss Hannigan, I know you're busy, but this has got to be signed and sent back to Mr. Donatelli at the Board of Orphans. No later than 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
What was that?
Well, Mr. Warbucks is so taken with Annie that, guess what?
I can't wait. What?
He wants to adopt her.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Now, Annie is going to be Warbucks' kid. The daughter of a millionaire.
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, no.
The daughter of a billionaire.
Billionaire.
And Mr. Warbucks wanted me to come here in person to tell you that Annie won't be back here ever.
Never?
Never.
Oh, my. Just a moment, please. I'll be right back. Now, what other wonderful news you have for me?
I told you about the coat, didn't I?
Told me about the dog.
And I guess that's all. Good day, Miss Hannigan.
It has been, yes.
And Merry Christmas.
Whatever.
Pardon me, Blondie.
Oh, my goodness.
Hiya, sis. Long time no see, huh?
Rooster! My God, it never rains but when it pours. Finally let you out of Leavenworth, huh?
Yeah, I got 6 months off for good behavior.
I'll bet. What was it this time?
Some old geezer from Yonkers says that I swindled him out of $1,100.
Imagine that. Now, why do you suppose he said that?
Because the rooster swindled them out of $1,100.
Sis, I would like you to meet a friend of mine from,
Jersey City.
Jersey City, Miss Lily St. Regis.
I was named after a hotel.
What for?
Don't you just love Lily, sis?
I'm nuts about a rooster. Look, kids, tell you what. Why don't you Amstray and take the St. Regis with you, huh?
Oh, come on, sis.
Come on, Janet. Just looking for another handout.
Nah, I got $80 coming in the mail on Thursday, so all I need is 10 to tide me over.
Not a nickel for the subway, Rooster.
Well, a fiver, Aggie.
A $5? Oh, you make me laugh. My God, coming from you. Gonna be living in clover. Big time.
Yeah, well, this ain't exactly Buckingham Palace.
No? Well, I'm doing all right. I'm on the city. I got a steady salary, free rent, free gas and electric. I'm doing okay.
Nah, sis, you're doing like I'm doing.
Yeah, lousy.
Oh, Aggie, how did the two Hannigan kids ever end up like this? On the skids. I remember the way our sainted mother would sit and croon us her lullaby.
She'd say, kiss, there's a place that's like no other. You're gonna get there before you die.
You don't get there by playing from the rule book.
You stack the aces.
You load the dice.
Love
a couple of dollars.
Yeah, she works over there for Oliver Warbucks.
The Oliver Warbucks? A millionaire?
A billionaire, you dumb hoe. Tells. She works over there at his home on Fifth Avenue.
Fifth Avenue? He don't live on Fifth Avenue.
He don't? Where do he live? She wanted to give me some wonderful news about Annie. One of the orphans. Annie! Oh, God, how I hate that kid. Annie's gonna get adopted by Warbucks. Gonna have everything she wants.
Where's she?
That rotten kid is gonna have everything.
Lousy orphan. Living in the lap of luxury. It ain't fair.
No, it ain't fair.
It ain't fair how we scrounge for 3 or 4 bucks while she gets 1 buck.
That little brat. It ain't fair that this life is driving me nuts. While we get she's living fast.
Maybe she holds the key, that little lady.
To get more bucks?
Yeah, instead of less. Maybe we fix the game with something shady.
Where does that put us?
Ellen.
Give you 1 guess.
I grant you, Mr. President, Barney Baruch and I aren't exactly standing on breadline. Yes. No. I'm not asking for your help. I've never asked for any man's help, and I never will. But I'm telling you, you've got to do something and do it damn fast. All right. We'll talk about it on
Friday.
Friday. Good. Listen, Mr. President. Why don't we bury the hatchet and you and Mrs. Roosevelt come over to Christmas dinner on your way from Hyde Park? Wonderful. Goodbye. If I thought he was going to say yes, I never would have asked him. Grace, call Al Smith. Find out what Democrats eat.
Yes, sir.
Make a note. Meeting with the President, 11 a.m. Friday morning. Oh, and that package from Tiffany's?
Yes, sir. Arrived this morning, sir.
Ah, good. I'm going to give this thing to her, and then tell her I want to adopt her. Where is Annie?
She's upstairs in her room, sir. Writing another letter to her friends at the orphanage. I'll go and get her.
Fine. Damn.
You don't have to be nervous, sir. She's going to be the happiest little girl in the world.
Darn right she is. And I'm not nervous. Send her down.
Yes, sir. Ray, Mr. Warbucks will see Annie now.
Miss Annie, Mr. Warbucks will see you now.
Thank you, Mr. Dre.
Annie, I have a proposition.
Hello.
Hello, Annie. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are
Annie, the time has come for us to have a rather serious discussion.
You're sending me back to the orphanage, right?
No, of course not. Annie, can we have a man-to-man talk?
Sure.
I was born into a very poor family, right here in New York City, a place they call Hell's Kitchen. Both of my parents died before I was 10, and I made a promise to myself that one day, one way or another, I would be rich. Very rich.
That sure was a good idea.
Well, by the time I was 23, I made my first million. And in 10 years, I turned that into 100 million. And in those days, that was a lot of money. Well, making money was all I ever cared about. And I might as well tell you, Annie, I was ruthless to those I climbed over on my way to the top, because I always believed in one thing. You don't have to be nice to the people on your way up if you're never coming back down again. But lately, I've realized something. If you have no one to share your life with, if you're alone, well, you might as well be broke and back in Hell's Kitchen. Annie, do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
Sure.
Good.
Kind of.
Kind of?
Well, I guess not.
Damn! Annie, I was in Tiffany's the other day, and I got this thing for you.
For me? Gee, thanks, Mr. Warbucks. You're so nice to me.
Had it engraved. It's a new locket. Well, I saw that old broken one you always wear, and I said to myself, I'm going to get that kid a new locket.
Oh, gee.
Oh, here, I'll just take the old one off, and we can...
No, please don't take my old locket off. I don't want a new one.
Annie, what is it?
This locket. My mom and dad left it with me when they left me back at the orphanage. And there's a note, too. See, they're coming back for me. And, I know being with you for Christmas, I'm really lucky, but I don't know how to say it. The one thing I want more than all the world, more than anything else, is to find my mother and father, and to be like all the other kids and folks my own.
It'll be all right, Annie. I'll find your parents for you. That's it. I'll find Annie's parents for her.
Shh, baby.
I'll get her brandy.
Is anyone who can find your parents, Mr. Warbucks, in the land?
There's nothing to worry about, dear. Mr. Warbucks will find your mother and father. If he has to put everyone in his organization on the job. If he has to pull every political string, up to and including the White House.
The League of Nations.
J. Edgar? Warbucks here. Yes, I want 50 of your best G-men. Well, a day, a week, a month, however long it takes. Well, put them on vacation and I'll pay all costs. Yes, everything. And J. Edgar, I want Gunderson. Well, take him off the Dillinger case.
Hooray!
Annie, give me your locket.
But Mr. Warbucks, I already told
I
you that.
understand, but it could be our best clue. I'll give your locket to the FBI. They'll find out who manufactured it, then trace who bought it.
Okay. Maybe they should have my note, too.
You'll see, Annie. You'll be meeting your parents in just a couple of days.
Really?
Really.
Oh, boy, I gotta write a letter to the kids about this.
What a thing to occur. Finding them. Losing her. Oh, you won't be at Morrison for long.
And Mr. Warbucks says I might be meeting my mother and father within a couple of days. So, maybe now it's time
Healy. A moment. But still, remember, folks.
Smile, darn you, smile!
Right, Blackie, smile, darn you, smile. Say, who's that just walked into our WEAF studio?
Why, it's none other than the wealthy industrialist and Wall Street tycoon, Oliver Warbucks!
Good evening, Oliver Warbucks. It's nice of you to drop by.
Good evening, Bert Healy.
Good evening, Bert Healy. It's nice to be here. Oliver Warbucks, I understand you have something to tell the folks at home about wonderful little Annie here. Warbucks says yes. Annie is a 11-year-old girl thanks to his welfare parents and was sent to New York's Municipal Orphanage on the night of December 31st, 1922, drop page. And aren't you now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents? Yes, Bert Healy. I'm now conducting a coast-to-coast nationwide search for Annie's parents. Furthermore, I'm offering a certified check for $50,000 to any person who can prove they're Annie's parents.
Wow!
$50,000? Wow, Oliver Warbucks.
Oh boy, 50,000 smackers!
Why, Blackie, this is no joke.
Of course, McReynolds, everything you say is no joke. And you move your lips, too.
So, Annie's parents, if you're listening in, write to Oliver Warbucks, care of this station, WEAF New York, or directly to him at my home, Bert Healy, 987 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York. That's 987 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York. Thank you, Oliver Warbucks. Thank you, Bert Healy, and I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the makers of all new Oxidant toothpastes. With Miracle K64 to fight bad breath, letting you hear this evening. Good night, Bert Healy, drop tape. Good night, Oliver Warbucks. So, Annie's parents, you're listening in. There's $50,000 and a wonderful daughter waiting for you.
So get in touch right away.
Well, I see by the old clock on the wall that another of our Thursday night get-together says, gone by faster than you can say, accident. The toothpaste of the stars to make your teeth Hollywood bright. So, for all the Hour of Smiles family, Ronnie, Bonnie, and Connie, the lovely Boylan sisters, Fred McCracken,
And the wacky.
And in conjunction, radio's only masked announcer.
This is Bert Healy saying, hey, oh man, hey, Dapper Dan, you both got your style, but brother, you'll never fully rest without us. Your clothes may be both from the lead, they stand out of my brother, you'll never fully rest without us. Who cares what they're wearing on Main Street or Satin Row? It's what you wear from ear to ear, and not from head to toe. That matters. Oh, janitor, so long
of you. Hurry up, get them in. What? He never misses. $50,000 reward, I'm thinking. What I couldn't do with that 50,000. 50,000 crackers. You know, I hate that Annie so much I think I was her mother. Oh, gosh.
Excuse us, ma'am. Are you the lady that runs this here orphanage?
Yeah, what do you want?
Oh, Ralph, I hope nothing's happened to her.
Oh, Shirley, it's going to be all right, Shirley. She's going to be here. She's going to be ours again. Ma'am, was you working here 11 years ago?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, we had terrible troubles back then. We had to head north to Canada, and we had to leave a baby here on the front stoop.
Our little girl, our Annie.
You're Annie's parents?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
Oh, Ralph, I hope nothing's happened to her.
I can't believe it. Now, where'd you say you came from?
Oh, well, we come from this little farm up in Canada, where they've got lots of chickens and ducks and geese and roosters. Gotcha, sis.
Oh, rooster! I never would have known you in 100 years.
Yeah, we fooled you, Aggie. And we are gonna fool Warbucks, too.
Yeah, get ourselves 50,000 big ones.
Yeah. This is gonna be the best bunco job ever, Aggie. You see, I know this guy out in Brooklyn who can doctor up a fake birth certificate or any other papers you want. But we need your help, sis, with details about Annie that could help us pull this thing off.
Yeah, well, I could help you. What's in it for me?
Three-way split, Aggie.
Half.
Half? Half?
Half. 25 grand each, straight down the middle. But we gotta do it quick, sis. We gotta give him some of that old rooster razzle-dazzle. In, out, 2-3 minutes tops, you know. We get the kid, we get the money, and we get the hell out of town.
No, the kid. Annie, there's your problem. Now, what are we going to do with her after?
Aggie, that is no problem. When I want something to disappear, it disappears. For good. So we get the money, we blow this crummy town, and then me and Lily will meet you.
Wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
Up to none of his lofty campaign promises. All we have had from Franklin Delano Roosevelt and his so-called brain trust is a great deal of high-flown talk and virtually no action. In a nation racked by poverty, misery, and unemployment, it is deeds we want from the White House, not words. In short, Mr. President, if you are listening, we have had enough of your fireside chats. It is time to take
Criticism, damn it! Nothing but
I know.
It's awful.
Did anybody see the Washington Post this morning?
My friends, I say again, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Every cloud has a silver lining. You're never fully dressed without a smile.
Mr. President, Oliver Warbucks, good friend.
Oh yes, thank you, Louise. Please show them in. Oh, Oliver, good of you to have come.
Good morning, Mr. President.
And who have we here?
This is my good friend, Annie. She so wanted to meet you, I just couldn't resist bringing her along, just to say hello.
Annie. Oh, yes, the girl who sang so beautifully on the radio last night.
President Roosevelt, this is Annie.
How do you do, President Roosevelt?
How do you do, Annie? You're as lovely in person as you sounded on the radio.
Thank you.
Well, shall we begin?
Yes, Annie, you'll step outside.
No, Oliver, let Annie stay. Having a child around will keep us all on our best behavior.
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
Harold, I don't want to hear so much as a gosh out of you. Oliver, you know everyone, of course. But Annie, let me introduce you. Secretary of Labor, Perkins.
Oh, yes. Hello, little girl.
Secretary of State, Paul. Acting Secretary of Treasury, Morgenthau.
Hi, Annie.
And Secretary of Interior, Nicky. Oh, yeah. This is my personal secretary, Louise. Now, Oliver, since you seem to speak for the few happy Americans who have any money left, why don't we start with your views on the matter?
Well, Mr. President, in the words of Calvin Coolidge, the business of this country is business. For the sake of you, this country, Wall Street, and me, we've got to get my factories open and the workers back to work.
Well, according to my latest figures, there are now 15 million Americans out of work, and nearly 50 million with no visible means of support.
Mr. President, if I may say so, unemployment's not our worst problem. The dispatches from Germany are more disturbing every day. There could be war.
Hurry, hell! People are starving in this country.
I know that, Harold, but in the long run...
Cordell, for people who are starving, there is no long run.
The trouble is, it's all happening at once. The stock market has taken another nosedive.
Sit down. Right. Blood. Dust storm.
And the FBI still hasn't caught Dillinger.
Well, at least we're all agreed on one thing. The situation is hopeless and it's getting worse.
Well, the sun will come out tomorrow. Make sure bottom goes it tomorrow. There'll be sun.
Quiet, little girl.
Harold! What did you say, Annie? No, go ahead, my dear. It's still a free country.
Just thinking about tomorrow. With the way the cobwebs and sorrow. Till they're gone. When some good day that's gray and lonely. I'll sit on my chair and grin and say, tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come with me. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always gonna stay away.
Harold Dickey, what? Sing! Sing! Yes, sing, like Annie. I just decided that if my administration is going to be anything, it's going to be optimistic about the future of this country. Now sing! But right, don't you know who sing?
The sun come out tomorrow.
Louder, Harold!
Let your bottom dollar let tomorrow. Now we shall.
Perkins?
Tomorrow. Here's the way that cobwebs and sorrow. Till there's
All for the president, but I'm stuck with a day. That's gray and lonely. I just stick up my chin and grin and say, my friends, everyone, Republican girl, let's sing.
the sun comes out tomorrow, so you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day.
President, a telegram.
Oh, yes, thank you, Louise. Will you please excuse me a minute? This isn't for me, it's for you, Oliver, from your secretary in New York. Under the couple's jamming street outside house, all claim to be Annie's parents. I began to screen them, suggested you return to New York at once, signed Grace Farrell.
Well, it seems as though the Hour of Smiles has more listeners than we thought. Hi, Annie.
Gee, hundreds of couples. One of them is bound to be my mother and father.
Well, Oliver, as much as I'm enjoying your company, and especially yours, Annie, I suggest that you better return to New York immediately.
Thank you, Mr. President. If you don't mind, Annie.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Annie.
Goodbye, Mr. President, and thank you.
No, thank you, Annie. You're the type of person the president should have around him.
Bye.
Bye, Annie.
Mr. President, what if we were to create 100, no, 1,000 federal projects?
Damn!
Highway! New post offices!
And we will hire the unemployed to build them.
Why, we could create $5 million within 6 months.
And weekly paychecks will get all those millions off your leak and back to paying taxes.
We'll build a country so strong that even Chancellor Hitler couldn't beat us in a war.
And if the FBI can catch babyface Nelson, they can sure catch Dillinger.
Mr. President, what this country needs now is a new outlook.
New vision.
A new approach.
A new concept.
A new dedication.
A new horizon.
A new spirit.
A new attitude.
A new deal. Perkins, gentlemen, I was right the first time. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. Harmony. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day.
Miss Farrell, there's still no sign of Mr. Warbucks or Miss Annie.
Drake, look at all of these questionnaires. I've questioned 627 women who said they were Annie's mother, and 619 men who said they were her father. So let's see, that makes
1,246.
all liars. Drake, I never realized there were so many dishonest people on the island of Manhattan.
Some of them were from the Bronx, miss.
We're back.
Where are they, Miss Farrell? Where are all the people?
I'm sorry, Annie, but they've come and gone. They were nothing but liars and fakes after the $50,000.
I was sure somebody was going to be my mother and father.
Are you certain?
Yes, sir. None of them knew about the locket. I'm so sorry.
Excuse me, Mr. Warbucks. This has just come by special messenger from the FBI.
Ah, finally. Gunderson has found the manufacturer of Annie's locket in Utica, New York.
Oh, boy!
That sort of locket was manufactured between 1918 and 1924.
Sort of locket?
Yes, and over 90,000 were bought and sold.
Oh, gee.
Annie, I'm afraid the gist of it is that Gunderson doesn't think there's a chance in a million of finding your parents through the locket. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay. I mean, gee, you did the best you could. And if you can't find them, well, I guess nobody can. Anyway, I guess it's good to get along without folks. I mean, really, you didn't turn out so bad. You got everything. All them Duesenbergs hanging on the wall.
Excuse us, sir. They'll check on the dinner menu.
Annie, a Duesenberg is a car. Lou Gehrig is the first baseman for the New York Yankees. And there's something else you need to know. I made me a fortune, that fortune made 10, with headlines and profiles again and again. But something was missing, I never quite knew, and something was someone but who. My speeches are greeted with thunderous acclaim, and to you, innocent, is bearing my name. Yet something papers I gave you the other day?
Yes, sir, I'll get them right away.
No, wait a moment. I'd like you to stay. I haven't waltzed since the inauguration of William Howard Taft. Annie, have a seat. Annie, I want to adopt you.
Adopt me?
Well, yes or no?
Well, if I can't find my real mother and father, there's no one in the world I'd rather have for a father than you, Mr. Warbucks.
Great! Call Justice Brandy. Have him come down and sign the adoption papers.
Yes, sir.
And great! Tell Mrs. Hume we'll have a house full of guests. We'll need flowers, caviar, and champagne.
And cheese.
Cheese?
Yes, you know, cheese.
Annie, this isn't just going to be an adoption. This is going to be a celebration. And you can ask anyone in the world you want to come to it. Andrew Mellon, Madam Shanghai Shek, or how about Lou Gehrig?
Anyone in the world? Well, I guess I'd like Miss Farrell here, and Mr. Drake, and Mrs. Pugh, and well, I guess I'd like everybody here.
Of course, Annie, and that's who I would like too. Drake!
Yes, sir.
Tell the staff to get spiffed up. They're all going to be guests at Annie's adoption party.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and the kids.
Oh, I'm afraid it'll be way past their bedtime, but I'll tell you what. We'll have all the kids over from the orphanage tomorrow for a big Christmas party.
Miss Hannigan, too?
Miss Hannigan? Sure, why not? I'm the luckiest man in the world!
And I'm the luckiest kid.
Together in life, together forever. We're tying a knot, they never can sever.
I don't need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue. I don't need anything but you. You wrap me around that cute little finger. You made life a song. You made me a singer.
And what's the best of tune you always book up to?
Anything but you.
Yesterday you played a role.
You can say that again. Yesterday we played a ball. Sometimes, that's then.
I'm yours, no else.
I'm richer than Midas, but nothing on earth could ever remind us. And if tomorrow I'm an apple seller too, I don't need anything but you.
Excuse me, sir, but everyone is spiffed up for the party.
Good. Grace, I think Annie and I should get spiffed up too. Why, Grace, that's a very pretty dress you have on.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, have Annette put Annie in one of those new dresses we got for her, and have Cecile do something with her hair. I don't know, gussy her up.
Yes, sir, gussy her up.
papers are really very simple to sign. And Annie will be...
Sir.
Yes?
Sir.
Excuse us, folks. Look, Shirley, there's our Annie.
Who are you?
Why, we're your mom and dad.
Mudge is the name, Ralph Mudge. This here's the wife, Shirley.
You don't know it, but your name is Annie Mudge.
Annie Mudge.
Well, we were sick and broke, honey, and we didn't know which way to turn. And, well, you see, this man, he gave us a chance to work on his farm up in Canada.
Right, but we couldn't bring no baby along.
We loved you, Annie, but we had to leave you behind.
Mr. Mudge, is it? We've seen a number of people who said they were...
Proof! I expect you'll be wanting proof of who we are. So, here's our driver's licenses. And Annie's birth certificate.
Baby girl, name Anne Elizabeth Mudge. Born New York, New York, October 28, 1922.
October 28th. That's my birthday.
It was in her notes, sir.
I know, but I still...
Oh, mister, please, mister, you gotta believe us. We got off that Greyhound this afternoon, and we marched straight down to that orphanage to fetch our little Annie. And, well, that lady there said that our baby was up here.
Oh, Annie, I've waited all these years to hold you in my arms again.
Mr. Mudge, on the night that Annie was left at the orphanage...
Here's something that you would not know about. But when we left Annie at that orphanage 11 years ago, we also left half of a silver locket with her. And we kept the other half so that we know who she was.
Oh, Ralph, look, she's wearing it.
And here's the half that we kept. And it fits perfectly.
Oh, Ralph, she is our baby.
Seems to be.
Oh, she is. So, if you'll just be getting her stuff together, we'll be taking her along with us now.
Take her?
No.
Wait a minute. What about the money?
Money? We ain't got much, but we'd be glad to give you whatever we got.
You mean to tell me you haven't heard that I offered $50,000 to anyone who can prove they're Annie's parents?
$50,000? No, sir. We don't know nothing about no $50,000. No, we don't want no money for Annie.
Right, we don't want no money.
On the other hand, Cheryl, with $50,000, we could afford to bring Annie up right in the country. Oh, with fresh air, fresh eggs, fresh ham. Fresh ham. Certified, huh? So all I have to do is to make it out to myself.
That's correct. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
You wouldn't mind if Annie stays here until tomorrow, Christmas.
Oh.
Then you can come back, pick up Annie, her bags, and the check.
Of course, whatever you prefer. So, I think we should be getting back to our hotel now. Bye, Annie.
Bye-bye, Annie. Love.
Till tomorrow morning, sweetheart. Then you will be spending the rest of your life with us. I need one. Merry Christmas.
Yes, season's greetings.
Annie, this is the most wonderful news. You found your parents, and they seem to be a very nice couple.
You're lucky, Annie.
Right, I'm lucky. Just think. New Jersey.
Great. Yes, sir. Champagne. Yes, sir. Well, we must celebrate, because it is Christmas Eve, and this really is the most wonderful news. Annie has finally found her parents. A toast to Annie Mudge.
To Annie Mudge.
Annie!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I seem to have the same effect on everyone. I've lost her. I've lost Annie.
Sir, that's Mr. Mudge. I know I've seen him somewhere before. I just can't remember where or when. But I have the feeling he's not who he says he is.
Mr. President, Franklin, I need your help.
Well, of course, whatever I can do for you.
Nothing to fear. Fetch a New Jersey
early this morning.
Well, yes, my folks are coming for me, of course. So, I thought I'd pack up and wait for them here. I guess they'll be taking me out to the country. Will you come and see me sometimes?
Oh, yes, Annie. We'll see you.
You're up early, too.
Well, we've been up all night, dear. Had quite a time of it. FBI men coming and going. Annie, did you know President Roosevelt is here?
Really?
Yes. I've got something difficult to tell you, and, well, he's going to help me tell it to you.
Merry Christmas, Annie. It's good to see you again.
Merry Christmas, Mr. President. It's good to see you, too, sir.
Franklin.
Annie, earlier on this morning, FBI Director Hoover telephoned me with some very sad news. Through the locket and the handwriting on the note, it seems that they were able to track down the true identity of your parents.
Yes, we already know that. Mr. and Mrs. Mudge.
No, Annie. Your parents are David and Margaret Bennett.
David and Margaret Bennett? Where are they?
Annie, your mother and father passed away a very long time ago.
You mean they're dead?
Yes, dear. I'm sorry.
Well, so I'm an orphan after all, like all the other kids.
Annie, are you alright?
Yes, because you see, I guess they always knew that my folks were dead, because I knew they loved me, and so they would have come for me. And if they weren't,
I love you, Annie Bennett.
And I love you too. Now, who the heck are Ralph and Shirley Mudge?
Not a girl. Who the heck are Ralph and Shirley Mudge?
The birth certificate could have easily been forged. But the thing is, they knew about the locket.
The locket! That's your key!
But nobody knew about the locket except for us and the FBI.
And Miss Hannigan.
And Miss Hannigan.
And Miss Hannigan. Miss Hannigan. Sir.
Hi, kids! Hi, Annie! Look, kids, there's presents for all of us!
Miss Hannigan. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Same here. Well, I know you anywhere. You're the Warbucks, aren't you?
Yes. And let me introduce everyone. You know my secretary, Grace Farrell, of course. And this is the President of the United States. And this is my butler, Drake. This is my butler, Drake.
Just brought me FBI.
Ah, good. Yes, comes the dawn. Now it all fits together.
Hey, look at this.
Leaps and lizards! Who would guess?
Excuse me, sir. Mr. and Mrs. Mudge.
Ah, show them in.
Pleasure, sir. Come in, Mr. and Mrs. Mudge.
Good morning. Merry Christmas, one and all.
Merry Christmas.
There she is, Shell. There's our little girl.
Your little girl.
Of course. Well, we don't want to bother you on Christmas and all. So, we just came to pick up Annie and a suitcase and the check.
Oh, yes, the check. I'd almost forgotten. 50,000 certified.
Certified. Paid through the order of Ralph Mudge.
Read it again.
Paid through the order of The Jig Is Up.
The jig is up. Danielle Francis Hannigan, also known as
Rooster Hannigan, also known as Ralph Mudge, also known as Danny the Dick.
Franklin. I believe that fraud is a federal offense.
It most certainly is, Oliver. Stickies, take them away.
I believe you'll also find that this woman is their accomplice.
Who, me? Well, I never seen these people till yesterday. Oh, come off it, Aggie.
Yes, sis. If me and Lily is gonna take a fall, so are you.
But Mr. Warbucks, Father, I never done nothing to you. I've always...
The jig is up.
Annie, tell him how nice that I always treated you and the fun we always had, huh?
I'm sorry, Miss Hannigan, but remember, the one thing you always taught me, never tell a lie.
There's something I never told you. I can't stand it, you little gold digger! Wait a minute, wait! Wait a minute,
We'd like to meet you
No peppermint sticks.
It's all